Hey guys, welcome to lesson 7, Shelling and Ribs, part number 4. Now what we're going to be looking at is the ribs feature. Now ribs can be quite complicated, so I'm just going to have a look at two examples before we have a look at this one here. Alright, so on the first example here, this component has used a rib feature here. So if I'm just going to go back a couple of steps here, and before I've placed a rib, we see the component here, and then the rib has been replaced here. So ribs are commonly used to reinforce components, and in this place here, we want to put a reinforcement here to make sure that this circular component here has support from its base. Creating a rib is quite simple. So here I'll just delete this rib here. The rib originates from a sketch, just a single line, which is drawn where you would like the rib to go. So that was just drawn on the right plane. We can click on rib, and when we click on the rib feature, we see different directions which we can select. In this case, we want the direction to go towards this surface here. We can see that arrow pointing towards that component on the right hand side, and we can change which direction the thickness goes. So is it towards the left of the right of that line, towards the left of the line, or maybe that line is mid-plane. Just click on the green tick. We've got our thickness already, and that is our rib there. So I'll show you an example of a complicated rib. So if I click on this section here, I can click on the plane which is offset from that top surface, and I'm going to create a sketch here. So just go sketch, and in this case we'll just put one line which is going across here. Actually doesn't even really need to touch. Another line which goes from here and down, and a circle which is based at the intersection here, and then just draw that around. Okay. So we'll use the rib tool on this sketch here. So just go to Features and Rib. Alright, so we can change the direction. So we see that it's going downwards. We can change the thickness. So let's change that to 4 millimeters. Alright, and then once we've done that, we can just click on the green tick, and then that should generate. So at the moment, my computer's just going a little slow. And there we go. We've got a rib feature. So I should put that black line going towards that bottom edge there. So we could go back to the sketch, edit that, move this outside of the line. And there our rib feature has gone all the way across. All right. So the ribs that we're going to create on our part are here. So just go back to the shelling and ribs feature. And on this surface here, we're going to create two lines. So I'll just go Control 7, Control 8 to go normal to that plane. So I'll click on the plane and go normal. And we'll draw two sketches on that plane. So one line going across, so one line, and two lines on one sketch. The dimension, so we can dimension that as being 5 down. And then same for this bottom section, 5 millimeters. Alright, so we'll create a rib underneath those lines there. So that'll be Features, Rib. Click on the sketches that we're going to be using. And the dimension here should be a thickness of 1.5 thick. Just waiting for this to load for a second for me. And we can also change the any kind of draft angle in here as well. So the draft angle will set up as 3 degrees for this component. So it's a molded component. So we'll be changing that to 3. Just waiting for this to open. So click here to start the draft. And we'll change this to 3 degrees. Okay, click on the green tick. And there is our rib. So we'll just continue with the next one in the next video. Thank you for watching. Till next time, bye bye.